Hey guys, it's Ange and Marty here from the A-Life, and today we are breaking down how to improve your core and positioning in a push-up. Because often we see so many people attempt push-ups when they lose their ability to stabilize and control their core. And when it comes to a push-up, we need a strong core in a plank position, which means you need a really good connection with your shoulder blades, your scapulars, and also your lower back. So you're not putting extra strain on your lower back when you're just meant to be doing a push-up. If you're not sure if you have a strong core and really good positioning in your push-up, I highly recommend you film yourself doing a push-up so you can see if you've got these pointers that we're going to go through with you today. So firstly, let's look at the position. So I'm going to get Marty to come into a plank position, which should be the top of your push-up. I'm just going to get out the way here. So you could be kneeling or you could be in a full push-up. Let's go to a full push-up first. So tucking the toes, lifting the hips. So firstly, what you want to have is one long line from the crown of your head all the way through to your heels. So you don't want to be sinking into your lower back like this at any point through your push-up, and you don't want to be overcompensating by lifting your hips high. Other things to think about is you want your shoulders over your wrists. You don't want your shoulders back past your wrists. You want them over your wrists, and you want your head in line. You don't want to be dropping the head at any point or looking forward and overarching the neck. So working on just holding a plank position here and engaging your core and being able to breathe, holding this position here, firstly is very helpful for the push-up. Have a little rest. Then secondly, making sure that you are actually pushing through a range that you can control that same position. So if you're unable to control, I'll get Marty to do a bad one. Maybe you start in the right position and then come up in a poor position. And you have to do that to come up, you've gone too far. So what I recommend is either dropping to your knees and doing a push-up onto your knees, but still the same point as you don't want the hips hitched and you don't want them dropping. And you've got that one long line from your knees this time, and you should be looking just in front of your hands and doing your push-up, maintaining that position through the whole range. If that's even too much, you may like to get a block and limit your range so you can hold a strong position through the whole range and touching your chest to the block and pushing away. All right, so let's go through how to connect your lower back position to maintaining a strong core. I suggest doing this on your back first to give you a little bit of feedback. So coming onto your back, knees bent. Awesome. And then from here, have a little pelvic tilt forward towards your feet, which is going to arch your back. So the other way. Yes, so you should be able to get your hands underneath your back and then tilt towards your head, which is going to tuck under. So imagine those positions in a plank position. When you tilt forward, you're going to have that drop and arch in the back. When you over tilt back, you're going to be over tucking and lifting the hips. So first I want you to find a halfway point between the two. Use your feeling in the back and your lower back and kind of the middle of those two ranges as a way to figure it out. Arms by your side once you've found that position. Generally you want enough for a little green pea to sit underneath your lower back. And then from here, we're going to start to engage your core. So just enough to hold everything together as you float one leg up through knee over your knee over your hips, or in this dead bug position. And then engaging the core enough to maintain that same position, floating the other leg up. All right, so now we're going to start to build some core strength holding these legs in the air. To then take that a notch further, bring one arm up over your shoulders, straight arm, and then the other leg up, and this is our dead bug. So first you want to test that you can maintain that lower back position exactly where it is. To take that a notch further along again, extend one leg to straight. So we're starting to get more into a plank. Imagine a push-up position. Bring that knee back in without losing your core, without losing your lower back. Extend the opposite leg. Good, and pull it back in. The lower the leg, the more challenging the core stability is you're going to need. So just alternating from side to side. We'll do one more each side here. Really feeling how much engagement you need to have in your core control here. And then if you want to challenge yourself even further, you can extend both legs. Again, not too low. You can start at 45 degrees and you can pull the knees back in. So you can see as the legs go long, we're kind of in an upside down plank, and then pull it back in. Yeah, 2 more here, engaging. So now you should know, 1 more here, what level you need to train, and you can add this exercise, and you can rest one leg and then rest the other and arms down. So now you'll know which level to train when it comes to adding in some core work to your exercise regime, and that is going to start to help you build that core strength and lower back support for your push-up. All right, so let's move. So not only does the core connect to your lower back, your core also connects to your shoulders. So let's come back to all fours. I'll get Marty to find that position. And you want your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. So again, making sure we're practicing these with the shoulders over the wrist and not back. Yeah, so what I like to practice here is what we call scapular push-up. So we're maintaining this position as we drop the chest down towards the ground and squeeze the shoulder blades, and then you spread the shoulder blades apart by pressing into the ground. And then we again just drop, slide the shoulder blades back and squeeze, and then press them apart. To take this a notch harder, you can drop the knees back into more like a kneeling push-up. You can even work this towards a full push-up, but for now, just kneeling's fine. Yeah, let's go for 10 here. So 10, maintaining those shoulders over the wrist. 9, 8, the elbows stay straight through this work. 7, 6, you can really feel that core connection because we've got to engage through the front body, ribs stay connected to the back body while we're pushing the ground hands into the ground and working our shoulder blades. And then take a break. So good. All right. And then lastly, to challenge your shoulders, I recommend practicing in your plank, alternating one arm at a time. So there's several ways you can do this. So starting at the top of your plank, finding all those pointers we talked about at the beginning. And then from here, you can go for shoulder taps if you like. So alternating one side at a time, making sure that as you move through the shoulder taps, you're pressing the arm into the ground and pressing the shoulder blade away. Yep. And just maintaining this core control, not letting your lower back drop. Other ways to move, you can bring the arm by your side. So instead of tapping, see how Marty's bringing it to his hip. Another way to really supercharge that connection between your core and your shoulder blade. Yes, keep breathing, give it a go. And the last way would be to tap forward. So to have a block or a weight in front of you, find your core connection in the top of your plank and then just tapping the block in front. Giving that one a go for 5. Yes, for 4. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, awesome. Having a break. So they are some drills that you can do to make sure that you are working on making sure you're bulletproofing your lower back and your shoulders, not putting any extra strain on them as you build up to a full push-up. But mostly you also just need to practice your push-up in a range that you can control good form. Let me know if that was helpful for you. Let me know which level you're at with your push-up and what you want to progress through. At the moment, we're doing a 6-week challenge inside the A-Life Anywhere because we really want to up-level our students to get them to a level of a push-up that they want to get to, because often people just get stuck on doing a kneeling push-up or something like that forever and ever and ever. But as long as you're applying progressive overload, which is what we teach inside our membership, then you are going to improve every time you train. So thanks, and we'll see you soon.